So today we have MCU Daredevil taking on Nightwing from Titans. Who wins? Let's find out. So, just as always, we gotta talk about strength. Who's stronger? Well, Dick Grayson easily broke a dude's arm, lifted Jason Todd with one arm, snapped a man's leg with a kick, sent superhumans flying around, even beating them, routinely made people bleed with one punch or one shot them, and he ragdolled Jason Todd with a kick as well. But Matt Murdock has broken a man's leg with a simple punch. He's routinely sent guys flying and beat them to a bloody pulp. He sent Bakudo flying through several cinder blocks, suplexed a dude through a table, one-shot people with his billy clubs, and he's even chipped concrete by slamming Dex's head into it. He's also routinely fought against an amped Elektra and the massive Wilson Fisk. I'd say they're fairly even here. Matt might have a slight edge, but overall they're pretty even in strength. What about durability? Well, Dick has taken several hits from the nuclear family, who are all superhuman, just fine, and withstood being rammed headfirst through a window and quickly recovered from it. He's unfazed when he had to dig a tracer out of his arm. He's also withstood being stabbed twice, hits from Deathstroke, and being electrocuted, and still just kept on fighting through all of it. But Matt's suit, although not bulletproof, does help him with the nightly beatings he endures, and his helmet even stopped a bullet shot at him from just a few feet away, although the bullet did almost get through it. He got right back up after being kicked through a window. He endured a massive beating from Fisk, including being hit over the head with a metal pipe. He endured being sliced to hell by Nobu. He kept on fighting after suffering a few broken ribs, a concussion, and a collapsing lung. That's crazy. But if you think that's crazy, it gets even more crazy. He even somehow survived a skyscraper falling hundreds of feet right on top of him. This is something an amped Electra didn't even survive. Yeah, Matt's better here. And now, speed. Well, Nightwing has easily dodged and caught thrown knives and shurikens, dodged a blast from Dr. Light, and he's dodged bullets before as well. And due to years of acrobatic training while in the circus, he's incredibly agile, being able to flip and maneuver around multiple sword strikes with ease. But Daredevil has dodged a point blank bullet, evaded SMG fire from more than once, and he's swatted arrows and throwing knives out of the air, and has even caught an arrow as well. He also has routinely performed flips and other acrobatic maneuvers as well, just like Dick. So I'd say Daredevil is faster, while agility is pretty even. So overall, Daredevil is physically better than Nightwing, but not by much. So what about fighting skill? Well, Matt Murdock was extensively trained by Stick since he was a very young boy to use his disability to his advantage, as well in several martial art forms. Stick once said that Matt was the best naturally skilled fighter he had ever seen, and Stick has taught several fighters throughout his long life, including Elektra, who is like a prodigy to fighting. He has routinely beaten groups of gangsters, hand ninjas, cops, and FBI agents all by himself with ease. He's matched or bested Punisher and Elektra, even while she was amped. He held his own well with Nobu. He's bested Bakudo, Fisk, Dex, and even had the upper hand over Danny Rand in their brief fight. I believe he is the second best fighter in the MCU, only behind Captain America, but that is debatable. But Dick was trained by Batman as Robin, and then when he became his own hero, he trained nonstop to hone his skills to perfection. He beat 10 guys in less than a minute without being hit, 2 guys in 4 seconds, and 3 agents in 10 seconds. He single handedly beat 3 members of the nuclear family who were superhuman. He stomped Jason Todd twice and held his own with Deathstroke. Even in a hallucination, he stalemated Bruce Wayne. But that wasn't hallucination, so we don't know how that fight would have actually ended. But but since he's like his trainer and he's honed his skills even more so, I'd say pretty spot on how it would go down. But again, we don't know. So, in skill wise, it's very close. I'd say Daredevil is better, but still, it's very close. Moving on, Dick carries these wingdings, smoke pellets, a grapple gun that can also throw objects and people, and a baton that can extend into his staff as his main weapon. His baton can also be broken apart and be electrified, and his suit is bulletproof. Matt has his screamer sticks that he can bounce off walls to hit foes from behind, and he's quite a master in doing this as well. So, Dick is carrying more gear. But then there's Matt's senses. Matt's hearing is so enhanced that while in combat, he hears his opponent's heartbeat, breath, and or their guns clicking or swords slicing each other. He can even tell when someone is lying, which is why he's such a good lawyer. His sense of touch, taste, and smell are also similarly enhanced. But it's not just those senses. Like he can sense changes in temperature, very small vibrations, electric fields, and he even knew that Foggy had pickles for lunch 2 days prior. Like he just knew. He also has a form of echolocation, which really comes in handy when in combat. So who wins? Well, just like in the comics, Daredevil and Nightwing will always be a highly debated fight, and it'd be a good fight if they fought. Same thing applies here. But at the end of the day, I mean, all Nightwing has is gear. That's the only real advantage that he has here. And since he has no sonic based attacks that really try to hone on Matt's weaknesses, I can't see Nightwing winning this fight. Uh, Daredevil, he's arguably stronger, tougher, faster, and more skilled. Plus his senses. Dick does put a good fight, but Daredevil wins. Like and subscribe if you did enjoy. Leave a comment of what you think and hit the notification bell to be notified of all my future videos and all the great stuff. Catch you on the next one. Peace.